All right, we're on chapter 26. This is our second and last lecture. We're going to talk about remedies of the buyer. That means that the seller has breached. What can the buyer do? And the seller breached by not delivering conforming goods at the place and time that they were supposed to, whether they're not conforming or they're late or whatever the case is. It doesn't matter. So now I have fun with this last one because this stuff's pretty dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of a song and have you guys in the discussion see if you can figure out the name of the song and who the original person was that did it. All right? So for those of you who need participation in this class and haven't done it, this is a chance to get some of it in anyway. I'm going to put my strap on. Hang on. These are tight quarters. This was designed for law conference rooms, not guitar playing. All right. Ready? Here's the first one. That's song number one. All right. So the buyer's remedies, you know some of these already. We learned about rejection. You know, if it's improper tender, reject, or you can revoke your acceptance if it's substantial impairment to it. And the buyer also has the same ability as the seller does. When the seller breaches, the buyer can seek market price recovery. And what that means is they can, the difference between what the market price is at the time of performance and the contract price. They can ask for that difference in damage without actually having to actually go out and buy it. But that's the next remedy, which is called cover price. Whatever it costs to go out and get this done or buy it from somebody else. And it doesn't have to be the exact same thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to make reasonable efforts to try and get something else. Cover is obviously to take care of the problem. All right, song number two. Kind of deciding these as I go along here. Here's one. This is old. All right, that was number two. So, next. There's also the action for breach of a warranty. But this works a little differently. And the way it works is this. When you sue for breach of a warranty, one of the ways to calculate your damages is to look at the difference between what the product is and what it was supposed to be. So if this was supposed to be this Mustang that had all these performance features, but it does not have all the performance features, well, what would a car with lesser, the one you got, really be worth versus what you paid and what was supposed to be? So it's that difference between what it is and what it's supposed to be can be the damages for breach of a warranty. The buyer can cancel. Of course they can if the seller is breached. They can also, if the products have been delivered, and this is the resale theory, and they have no place to really put it, and the seller rather, won't take them back, what they can do is they can sell them off and try and recoup some of the damages. That's assuming that they've already paid for them. They're trying to get some of the damages back. All right? Okay. Song number three. Famous opening of a song by a famous group. That was three. Okay. Also, they can bring an action for specific performance. Make them deliver that. Now, again, specific performance only happens when it's unique, and law damages won't give you the remedy that you're looking for. It won't be adequate to take care of you. So those don't happen very often. And it's not very often that the courts would grant that. Okay. Number four. I'm probably going to botch this one up really bad, but liquidated damages. This is really no different than what we learned under the common law. That is that you can have a liquidated damages clause. That is, what will the damages be upon breach? It can be set in advance, but they still have to be reasonable. They still have to be in anticipation of what the other issues are. Other remedies can be limited by contract, though in a commercial dealing, of course they can, but when consumers are involved, not all the time. All right. So, I actually should have planned this out. What I was going to do. All right, here's one. That's it. So, good luck, and try and guess what those are and who the original performers were, if you can, underneath. And any other questions you have, put them in the discussion down there, because when we're done with this, we're heading into your final. So, good luck.